Welcome to another edition of One Take Only. I am George Phillips with oilpressure.com. This is my very good friend, John McClellan. And John, it's been a while.
It's been a while, yes it has.
How long do you think it's been?
About 2 years maybe.
No, over 3.
Over 3, okay.
March 6th, 2019 was the last time we did this.
Well, I tell you what, we've seen a lot of racing come and go, haven't we?
Yeah, a lot of things.
Some drivers go.
Yeah, we've
new drivers come in. I'm going to tell you what, George.
We've had a pandemic and had an August in Indianapolis 500 since then.
That's right. And I will want to. Let's just say this. It is amazing when you look at today's drivers' grid list. All of the new faces, they're no more. Well, Kanan's going to race at Indianapolis, of course, and you've got Elio, he's here, but then like Ryan Hunter-Ray, he's gone.
Gone.
Yeah, you've got a lot of.
Who are you going to pick now?
Well, I did like Ryan Hunter-Ray, but I've got another fellow that I like this guy a lot ever since last year. He showed me a lot right here in Nashville, and that is Colton Herta.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you did. I don't deny he is talented.
He's got a good team.
Well, that remains to be seen. Who else performs on that team besides him?
Well, let's just say this: that team always performs at Indianapolis. Andretti,
they've got a good history over time at Indianapolis.
Yeah. And I'm going to tell you what. Here's another guy I think is going to be hot. He's not gone yet, and he's not going to be gone yet. That's Graham Rahal. And I think that Rahal has a great shot. He hadn't looked good past 2 races.
No,
I think he's going to do well at Indianapolis.
They were out to lunch.
That's
in
right.
Texas.
They were out to lunch in Texas.
And of course, I was at St. Pete. You were not.
No, I wasn't at St. Pete, but I saw it.
But,
it was as if I were there.
Not exactly.
Yeah, because the broadcasting was terrific.
I came back and watched the
Did you
replay.
like it?
It was okay. Yeah, I thought. Here's my little 2 cents worth on that. I'm not overly excited that they booted Paul Tracy off the broadcast.
No, me too. I like Paul Tracy a lot.
And James Hinchcliffe, my report card on him after 2 races is that I thought that he was a little tentative in his first race, but that's understandable. I get that. At Texas, especially when it came to De Francesco, he seemed very unwilling to admit that he was at fault. And I think that if Hinchcliffe is going to be a credible analyst, he is going to have to be able to criticize drivers even if he doesn't want to.
I agree. Okay. And I think he's going to get better at it.
I think he will too. He's a natural behind the microphone,
he's
but
wonderful.
Those are my only 2 complaints about him. I thought, other than that, he seemed sure of himself. He's good on the Peacock broadcast of the practices and qualifying, but I was a little concerned about his inability to call out De Francesco.
Do you think? And I do miss Hinch on the track. Do you think he retired a little bit too early?
I don't think he never retired.
I'm okay.
Basically, he just didn't get a ride.
Didn't get a ride. I think he still had the ability. Still has.
I think he is a better driver than what his results showed last year. But that gets back to Andretti. When you look at Rossi's performance, there's something going on there,
right.
And because he didn't suddenly forget how to drive after 2019.
No, something's wrong.
And I've never seen a driver have as much bad luck as he's had.
He's had some bad luck.
So,
tell you what, I've seen a guy with some bad luck or bad driving skills.
Who was that? What? Do they not know you're taping this?
Oh, it's a new warranty.
Yeah.
It's Indianapolis.
It's my phone.
Whoa, that better be Hinchcliffe.
No, it's somebody from work, and it's after hours.
Yes, it is.
So, where were we?
We were talking about Hinchcliffe, and I was going to tell you another guy that has had some miserable luck from the get-go, And you've had a couple of things to say about him too, but he's still racing today. J.R. Hildebrand.
I've said some not so kind things about Hildebrand over the years. I am beginning to appreciate his ability, especially on ovals. Although, what did he do? Did he finish like 11th at Texas? Did okay.
Yeah, did okay.
I mean, you're not going to do good in the second Foyt car.
No,
or third Foyt. I'm sorry. The third car. Third car.
You're not going to do good there.
No. So,
and not only that too. The thing about Texas, they had that NASCAR set up on the.
The PJ1.
Yeah, that was hard. That was stupid.
I know, and that's something needs to be done about that. But at least this is a good Texas race.
Yeah, and it was a great Texas race.
Yeah.
And it's too bad there were about 4,000 people in the audience.
If that.
In the stands.
Yeah.
That should have been, actually Nashville. If we had that track at the Super Speedway, we would have had a lot more people than that. We turn out for racing.
That's a big if.
No, I think so. It's too bad. But nevertheless, I think that they're going to go back to Texas to get rid of all that stuff. Texas needs to set up for IndyCar and treat IndyCar like a jewel. They need to promote it. That's lack of promotion.
Why are you wearing sunglasses?
Because the sun is right in my face.
It's right in my face.
Well,
I'm not wearing sunglasses.
I've got a something else, and folks, I'm going to tell you what. For you older race fans and the guys that look in, I got a cataract surgery 2 weeks ago, and it is fantastic. It's unbelievable.
Then show it off to the world.
Well, I am. I'm able to see what's going on out there, and the colors are even. They're. It's like living color.
Okay.
It's fantastic.
It just looks like you think you're Jack Nicholson.
Well,
I didn't say you look like Jack Nicholson. I said you look like you think you're Jack Nicholson.
Sitting on Go, and I'm going to tell you what, these will be great to wear at the track, during the days and all that. But let's get back to racing instead of focusing on me.
Banter.
Yes, don't focus on me. Let's focus on the fans want us to hear us talk about the racing and where it's going and tracks.
Okay.
Okay. Something Penske. How's it? Penske's done pretty damn good right now.
Hey, this is a family show.
Darn good.
Yeah, in fact, which, if you read my articles over the last couple of years, which I'm sure you've done.
Of course I have.
Of course you have.
You're a Penske. You love Penske.
Well, but I have.
I do too.
Ever since he bought, that's another thing that happened since we've done this. Roger Penske bought IMS.
And that is the greatest thing in the world. And, I think right now it's in great hands.
But what I was going to say was that ever since he had to step off of the pit box during the races, I felt like there had been a slippage. It's the old adage of when the cat's away, the mice will play. You know all about that, don't you?
A little bit, but I'm going to say this. I think that, Cindric, he runs a taut ship.
He does, but he is not the captain. And I was fearful that 20 and 21 were signs of a decline.
I think we'll see something different, though, this year.
Yeah.
And let me
we
tell
already
you what.
have.
Okay, I'm going to say, yes, we have. Let's say this. Now, not at one time, I don't believe at one time in the past 3 years since he has bought the Indianapolis Motor Speedway and IndyCar. The thing about Penske that separates him from everybody else is that once they move into the garage, any garage on any track, that first day, they bring the brooms out and they sweep that garage up. And they make it clean because it's the little things. You've got to do the little things, and that's what they're doing. If you look around the IMS, they painted the bathrooms. They're doing all the little things to make it sparkle and shine. You do the little things first, and then you become a winner.
You did that same little things and the brooms and everything analogy on our last show 3 years ago.
Well, I tell you what, and it holds true today, and that's why you're seeing Penske back out there. And even when he's not running You know, Cindric, he knows that that's the trick.
Yeah, and so I feel like,
winning.
so on a positive note,
Right.
I feel like that they have addressed the issues, because there were some concerns. There were a lot of un-Penske-like pit stops. There were a lot of things that were just a little subpar.
Tell me this. Let's just go back in time a little bit about un-Penske-like pit stops.
Okay.
In 1996, no, in 06.
1906.
I
There
mean,
was no track meet.
2006, Sam Hornish, wasn't there a crazy pit stop?
Yes,
very un-Penske-like.
He pulled away. I don't know if he was waved out. I can't remember. Although I was standing right there.
Yeah.
You can see me on the television.
Oh, well, shoot, I need to go back and look at it.
You do.
Yes.
And you'll get a thrill.
Okay.
But the car caught fire, and they put it out, and he went on and ended up winning the race. So,
because the Penske, was able. It's a 500-mile race, and he was able to overcome that by being cool.
But that if he had not had that un-Penske-like pit stop, probably Marco never would have been in the running.
Yeah, well, it made for an interesting race, though.
It did.
And that they were able to recover. And Penske, I know that he's a cool head, and he's able to talk Hornish down. I've heard Hornish and Penske on the radios, and Sam, could get upset.
Yep. But he's no longer here.
No, he's not here. But he was a good, a good IndyCar driver.
So
won the Indianapolis 500.
And we've already determined that you're not going to the Indianapolis 500 this year.
No, I'm not going to be at the Indianapolis 500 this year.
Are you going to any races this year?
Oh, of course. I'm going to go to the Nashville race, and you're not going to like this, but I'm also going to go to the Alley 400, which is the NASCAR race at the Nashville Super Speedway.
Well, good for you. I will be.
Maybe I might go drive down for practice at Birmingham.
Okay, that's
make it a day trip.
It's at the end of this month.
Yeah.
I will be down there, but I'll be down there for the full weekend.
Mm-hmm.
So actually, I think Susan and I both will be down there.
I think that's fantastic. Well, good.
So
well, I'll wave at you.
I'll even have an adult beverage with you.
Well, that sounds great.
If
I think I'm going to take my son Jack, and we might just go down catch Saturday. They're going to have the Indy Lights race that day too, won't they?
I don't know.
You don't keep up with Indy Lights?
I have not seen I don't know what. I'm assuming Indy Lights is going to be there, but I don't know that for certain.
Okay,
I'm not.
GT series.
I don't know what's going to be there. Sometimes they have those little radical cars. Have you ever seen those things?
Yeah, I think they're cool.
They are, and then they have the Miata series. That's some good racing.
Yeah,
but,
that's great racing. And that's a beautiful track.
It's a gorgeous facility.
Yes, it is.
It's a little later this year, which it's going to be nice because they've had it as early as April 1st.
Yep, they sure have.
And
which would have been really nice and cold this
It was
weekend.
chilly. The grass was brown and it was chilly. So this year it's going to be May 1st and probably going to be a little hot.
Mm-hmm. Good.
But,
Good. I think that's great.
I'm looking forward to it.
Then we go to the Indy Grand Prix.
Are you going?
I don't know. I do not know. That could be a day trip, or not a day trip, but a quick trip.
Yeah, it's a Saturday race.
Yes,
but,
it is.
We'll be up there for all 3 weekends. Susan may not go all 3 weekends.
But you are. I know that.
I'll definitely be there,
Yeah.
but she's still kind of tired from her health issues a couple of years ago. But
truly, I think if it was between the Grand Prix or qualification, I'd rather go to qualification.
I would too. Grand Prix it's a different weekend.
Yeah, it's fun. I'm sure it's fun.
That's a different vibe, but
get a nice tenderloin sandwich or two.
if you can find one.
You can.
Well, you gotta have to. That's the weekend that you scout out the stands because
Yeah.
they move them around. They're not the same stands every year.
Yeah. Well, I think I'm going to go to qualifications.
Okay.
That would be what I do.
We'll
And
be
I
there
could say
then.
hi to you then.
Yeah,
Maybe
but-
maybe if I'm there, you could buy me a sandwich.
No, I doubt that.
Okay.
And if I do see you, I might wave if nobody sees me waving at you.
Okay. Oh, I'll take that.
But,
That's great.
You're going to the Music City Grand Prix.
I can't wait. That was great.
And I'm sure
the
that
racing was fantastic.
And I'm sure that you read the article that I wrote this past Friday about how the potential new Titan Stadium could greatly affect that race, and probably not in a good way.
Well,
I'm sure you read that story.
Yeah, I did. I read that.
Yeah.
But that's neither here nor there for right now.
For right now, no. The 2022 race is definitely on, and I'm hoping that they will tweak it a tad bit if they can.
They're going to find a way to keep that bridge.
Yeah, I think so.
Because this race is a keeper.
That's what I said in
I know it.
In my article.
I agree
on
with
Friday.
you. I agree. I know you said that. I agree with you. They'll keep the bridge and that little turnoff up there at Patterson.
I'm not big on that part on the other side of the bridge.
No, I think that's real clever.
No, it's just
they need a bar up there, make it look like Monaco.
Yeah, the Cumberland River looks just like the Mediterranean Sea.
It's the Cumberland River.
Yeah.
It's full of catfish.
So anyway, so you're going to that, and I think we're definitely going to Road America.
That's how you roll. That's fantastic.
We are kind of thinking about Iowa, maybe.
Oh, that would be great. That's going to be two races.
Two races, and then we're going to go to the Indy NASCAR doubleheader at the end of July, and we'll go to Gateway. So I think that's our races.
Okay.
This year.
Well, so you're going to watch the NASCAR race too? Go to that, the doubleheader?
No. We'll drive back home.
Okay.
Now that we last year the IndyCar race was on Saturday and the Cup race was on.
Well, you should have stayed for the Cup race. But nevertheless, hey, listen. Speaking of Cup, Jimmy Johnson did real well over the last race.
He did, and I was hoping he would. I wasn't sure, but I was very glad to see it. I think there's a lot of Jimmy haters out there.
Not me.
Well, I know you don't.
No, I don't hate Jimmy. I think he's a great race car driver. He had bad luck here with his car last year at the Music City Grand Prix. It conked out on him. It wasn't performing.
Actually,
that wasn't his fault.
From what I recall, that was not his greatest race.
No, it wasn't, but he had a bad car.
Okay. I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, you should. It's the truth. He had a bad car. He had some good equipment this past week. He's gotten it all together. I'll tell you a guy that did real well with the IndyCar, Busch.
Kurt Busch.
That's right.
Yeah.
Did real good.
With Andretti.
That's right.
Yeah. Finished sixth. Yep. I'm very anxious to see what Jimmy Johnson can do in the Indianapolis 500.
Yeah, I can't wait. And give him a good car, good place to qualify, and I think we're going to have some fun.
Ganassi's going to have 5 cars.
I know it.
In that race.
Ganassi's also going to have TK.
Yeah.
Tony Kanaan.
In a. I have heard.
Let's go see Tony.
Tony might be having a bad day. Little inside joke.
Yeah, all right.
I have heard unofficially. I've never seen it, press release or anything, but because that's what we do.
Because you're a big guy, big shot. I'm with a big shot.
Anyway,
I know it too because he tells me all the time. But go ahead.
I have heard. I haven't seen it in a press release, but I've heard indirectly that Kanaan is going to be running number 1 at Indianapolis.
Okay. Why would that be?
Well, because Alex Palou won the championship.
Okay.
So they have the rights to the number 1.
And they want to just give it to TK because
he's number 1.
He's the number 1 guy.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's really cool.
So
good for him.
But I'm not sure that's official. I've heard that in the rumor mill.
Well, I'm a big TK fan, and I think that sometimes really good things happen, and something good happened with the Borg Warner Trophy when they were able to put his head on there.
Well, it wasn't his head; it was his face.
Face, whatever.
Okay. With a big nose.
That's right, and he's very happy. He deserved it. That was a wonderful race too. I was there for that, so I loved it. Fastest race in Indianapolis 500 history.
Is it still?
Yeah.
I think it is. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But, and do you know whose record that broke?
Tell me.
Ari Landijk.
Ari Landijk, that's right. Sure did.
Okay. So, anyway, real quickly, I mentioned his name. What are your thoughts on Alex Palou?
I'm not sure.
I'm right there with you.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Who
Most
knows?
people disagree with me.
He might win the Indianapolis 500 for all I know. But
Well, he finished second last year.
I'm telling you. So
I'm still not 100% sold. He's sitting a solid third in the championship right now.
Yeah.
With
he's got the goods.
with
doesn't he?
some not real spectacular runs in 2 races, but he's sitting right there.
Sitting in third. Yeah.
So-
Okay, we're going to know more real soon then.
Well, we'll know more in.
If he qualifies in the top 10 at Indianapolis, it's on.
We'll know more at Long Beach this coming weekend.
I love Long Beach.
I've never been.
Me too, but I love watching it. I think it's cool. I love the fountain,
Yeah,
I've never been to Monaco, but I love watching that race.
Yeah. Or as Donald Davidson says, Monaco.
Monaco, okay.
But
he can say that.
Long Beach is on my bucket list.
Yeah,
I do.
I do too, me
I
too.
want to get to Long Beach one of these years.
Yeah.
But it's not going to be this year.
Well, it's too, it was really cool when they ran it, what was it, last year on the weekend when it wasn't the Indianapolis 500. It was the year before that. It used to not be on the Memorial Day
talking
weekend.
about?
Monaco!
Oh, I thought you were talking about Long Beach.
No, not Long Beach.
Because Long Beach ran last year in
April.
September.
Oh, it sure did.
It was the season finale.
No, and it really should be always in April.
Yes. A lot of people were saying, "Oh, this was great. We should run it and crown the champion every year at Long Beach." No, Long Beach needs to be run in April.
That's right.
So, all right. Well, we've been yakking.
Yeah, and I could talk another 10 minutes, George. I'm having so much fun.
Well, that's good. I want you to have fun.
I am having some fun. Okay, so when are we going to do this again?
That's up to you.
Okay.
My camera is always here.
All right.
And,
well, I hope everybody enjoyed it. I'm glad to be back. And
I never thought I'd hear myself say this.
yeah, you had a
I'm
good
glad.
time.
I'm glad to have you
Yeah,
back.
all right, yay! It was great. Good to be back. And we'll have some better props next time.
Well,
And not only that, too, I've got some really neat polos that, IndyCar related polos.
Are they dry fit?
They're dry fit.
Well, then don't bring them here.
No, I'm going to because they look good.
Well, not if they're a dry fit.
Yeah, I've got some really neat ones. I've got some ones that I got from Ed.
Carpenter.
Yes, Ed Carpenter. I got some of his dry fit shirts that he got for me.
He got them personally.
Well, hey, yeah, I got them. From
They
Ed.
they mailed them to you when you paid for them.
No, I didn't. I got them at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well-
These are only official.
Just to remind those that don't know this, dry fit shirts, I got a big problem with them. First of all, they're basically plastic. They're like wearing a laundry bag. They make you sweat, and
No,
then
they don't. They
ultimately stink.
pull the heat and sweat off of you
No,
and flies right out.
It's basically
That's how I roll.
polyester from the '70s that's just been rebranded as the
Well, you're trying to drill
scientific
down to
product.
something that just didn't
God,
there.
Anyway,
Why don't we just park
and-
that in the? Just park that.
If you're going to make fun of the buzzwords,
Yeah.
get them right. It's put it in the parking lot.
Well, I put that one in the
No,
park.
and
I'm a dry fit guy.
And the second thing I don't like about them is that they feel like women's panties, and
Well, you don't like the feel of women's panties?
not on my torso. No, I do not. So anyway, enough of that.
I don't know what to say about that. So I wish I had a picture of a rabbit with the pancake on its head. I'd put that right there because I really don't know what to say about that.
Yeah, I've missed this. Anyway, anything else racing
No,
related?
I have nothing else racing related except that I think we're in for a good season this year.
I do too, and
I'm real excited about it.
And right at first glance, it looks like it's going to be a Penske-dominated season, but Chip Ganassi will probably have something to say about that.
Yeah.
I'm not so sure that Andretti is going to come up with a answer for. I mean, besides Colton Herta, their other drivers do nothing,
Well, I'll tell you what. Let's just see what
and I don't think that's a reflection on the other drivers.
let's see what happens at Indianapolis. Grosjean has got
Grosjean.
He's got a nice car. Let's see what happens.
All right.
He's going to get his. He could wind up winning the Indianapolis 500.
Okay. Well, anyway, dogs are barking, and there's some
children out here.
There's some
Yeah.
foolishness going on next door.
Foolishness.
So anyway, anything else?
No, I've got nothing else.
I know that. All right. So, for my very good friend John McClellan, I am George Phillips with oilpressure.com, and I promise you it will not be another 3 years.
No, we're gonna talk. Maybe let's just see. We might
do this another. Yeah, we'll do this.
We'll give this about 2 weeks.
Or 3.
Yeah. Okay, that sounds cool. We give the
maybe
the May what we think is going to happen in May.
Okay, that'll work.
Yeah, and then we'll discuss in May what's been going on.
Okay.
And also, don't forget, we got to give our Indianapolis 500 review and predictions.
Preview or review?
Preview, and we'll give a review too.
So we're back in business.
We're back in business.
All right.
Back in business.
Where are you going?
I'm not going anywhere. I'm just going to relax. And
Anyway,
I'm back in business.
so for John McClellan, I am George Phillips with oilpressure.com. Thank you for watching.